Today we are going to study about high performance liquid chromatography. This is a very useful technique. Here the principle is that the resolving power of chromatographic column increases with increasing column length or by increasing the number of theoretical plates per unit length in the column. So there is a limit to how much we can increase the length of the column, but we can increase the number of theoretical plates per unit length because the number of theoretical plates is related to the surface area of the matrix stationary phase or the matrix. So the smaller the size of the matrix or particle size, better is the resolution, because the number of theoretical plates will increase, and dense packing of small size matrix also increases the number of theoretical plates. So resolution or separation of two components increases. But smaller the particle size, greater is the resistance to mobile phase. The liquid cannot flow properly. This creates back pressure which damages the matrix. Nowadays such stationary phases are available that can withstand high pressure. This development has occurred in various types of chromatographies like adsorption, partition, ion exchange, exclusion and affinity chromatography, which has resulted in better separation of components. The columns generally used in HPLC are made up of aluminium, copper or stainless steel. They are about 15 to 50 centimeter in length and 1 to 4 millimeter in diameter. Conventional HPLC columns have flow rates of 2 centimeter cube per minute, which is made possible by using pumps. But refractive HPLC columns have flow rates between 10 centimeter cube per minute to 100 centimeter cube per minute. Porous plugs of steel or Teflon are used to retain packing material. Short columns are used for liquid type of chromatography, but for other chromatography, longer columns are used. Stationary phases that are used are of three types: microporous supports, which is used in ion exchange chromatography, adsorption chromatography; pellicular supports used in gel exclusion chromatography, adsorption chromatography; bonded phase is used in reverse phase HPLC. Packed columns are available, but workers prefer to pack their own columns. The columns should be packed uniformly without cracks or channels, because it will damage the separation and resolution will not be proper. Even matrix should be of small size and uniform to avoid band broadening. As particle size decreases, resistance to solvent flow increases through the column. Therefore, higher pumping pressure is required to maintain optimum flow rates. By help of pump, flow rates are maintained so that HPLC can take place quickly at a faster rate. Since HPLC is used in various modes, therefore which type of mode we select will depend upon the nature of the sample. So first, the solubility of sample is checked. If it is soluble in aqueous phase and it is non-ionic and has low polarity, then reverse phase chromatography is used. If it is soluble in aqueous phase but has large differences in molecular size, then gel filtration chromatography or molecular exclusion chromatography is chosen. If it is soluble and is ionic in nature, then ion exchange chromatography is chosen. If it is soluble in organic solvent and has large difference in molecular size, then molecular exclusion chromatography is chosen. If it is soluble in organic solvent and is of homologous series like fatty acids, etc., then normal phase chromatography is chosen. If it is soluble in organic solvent but has different functional groups, then adsorption chromatography is chosen. If the sample has biological specificity, then affinity chromatography is chosen. So depending upon the solubility and specificity, that type of chromatography is chosen. Solvent reservoir and solvents. Solvent reservoir should contain enough volume for repetitive analysis. Solvent degassing is done. Choice of mobile phase will depend upon the type of chromatography or type of separation that we want to obtain. Isochromatic separation, generally used in gel filtration, can be made by using a single pump or single solvent or two or more solvents pre-mixed from before. They can also be used by pumped by a single pump. But gradient elution generally uses two or more pumps to deliver solvents predetermined by gradient programmer. Sample is applied by micro syringe. It is small in quantities and it is generally loaded into guard column to avoid particulate impurities entering the main column. Pumping system helps in delivery of constant volume, gives pulseless stable flow. Examples of pumping system are holding coil pump, pneumatic amplifier pump, etc. Detectors are UV visible detectors are used which detect components which absorb in UV light or visible light. Scanning wavelength detectors record complete spectrum of analyte. Here is the diagram for HPLC solvent reservoir, solvent microfilter which stops impurities, high pressure pump which delivers constant volume. This is sample injection port and the sample is carried by the solvent, and the guard column removes particulate impurity. Main column separation takes place, then detector which detects analytes and the recorder records the spectrum. Application of HPLC, it is used for assay and purification of biological samples, separation of proteins and peptides, suitable for analytical purposes as well as helpful in detection of drug metabolites. There are two types of main HPLC, normal phase chromatography, stationary phases polar and mobile phases relatively non-polar. Mobile phase generally organic solvents, hexane, ethyl acetate are used. Stationary phases alkylamine bonded to silica. So the first analyte to elute out will be non-polar and the most polar will elute out last. The order of elution is such that least polar analyte is eluted first and most polar is eluted last. Polar analytes require gradient elution which can be achieved by use of either methanol or dioxane because polar analytes are bound to alkylamine. So separation of analytes separates analytes that have low solubility in water and are not amenable to reverse phase chromatography. In reverse phase liquid chromatography, just the opposite. Stationary phase is non-polar and mobile phase is polar. Commonly used bonded phases alkyl silane, C4, C10, butyl, octadecyl silane are used. Mobile phase is water, aqueous buffers or acetonitrile or mixtures of them. In reverse phase HPLC, stationary phase is none and only non-polar hydrophobic interactions with the analytes are possible. Chromatographic separation is determined by characteristics of mobile phase and is a combination of adsorption and partition chromatography. In reverse phase HPLC, the polar analyte elutes first and non-polar analyte elutes last. Therefore, gradient elution is needed with increasing portion of low polarity solvents such as hexane. It is used for detection of drugs, insecticides, pesticides. Fast protein liquid chromatography used for protein separation. In non-aqueous solution, reverse phase HPLC used for lipid separation.